So welcome back, everybody. This has been a highly requested video from viewers, and I finally got my hands on one of EcoFlow's brand new SG3000 smart generators. So that's what today's review is about. We're going to talk mainly about the generator, but this generator is an accomplice to the new Delta 3 power station that come out. So all these units are built as battery backup sources and really push for running off of solar. There's a lot of people out there that still desire generators for times when solar is just not available, whether you don't have the panels with you on a camping trip or it's just a cloudy or rainy day. This is a smart generator that communicates wirelessly to this unit. They talk to each other. There's a nice app where you can set up your parameters, when to charge, when to not, and this will start itself up and charge this unit automatically, as well as shut down, whether you're there or not. So if you're using a power station like this for backup at a home, maybe you had to evacuate for a hurricane, you're wanting to save food, medical equipment, whatever it is that you're trying to run and you can't be there, could be a second home, whatever it may be for you, well, rest assured that these will communicate, talk to each other. Plus you can also hook them up to the internet and they will automatically start up and shut down. So what that means is inside this unit right here, there is a battery and it has electric start. The unit will actually charge the battery whenever it's running, or you can get an external battery charger for it as well. All right, so let's take a look at the front of the unit here. We'll go inside where you can see the display better. I can actually see it out here in the sun, but I know it's going to be hard to see on camera, but I want to run this outdoors before we do any inside testing. So if you take a look up front, here is your buttons here. It does look like this has some minor waterproof ability to it as well. This unit is rated at 2,000 watts continuous power, and you can do the X boost function on this just like you can on portable power stations, and it will essentially lower the voltage but get you up to 3,000 watts output. But it's continuously rated at 2,000 watts on gasoline. Now it's worth mentioning, this is a dual fuel generator, so you can put your gas in up here, or you can come over to the side. It came with a hose and you can hook up to a 20-pound cylinder or even larger for extended run time. I highly recommend the propane option if you're going to leave this off grid and waiting to start up on its own. Propane never goes bad and is extremely clean burning, but you are going to make a little more power on gasoline, but you have dual fuel options here. That is a really nice touch. Speaking of cleaner burning, this is supposed to be a really efficient and clean burning generator with lower emission standards, if that's important to you. You have two 15 amp outputs here. You're actually going to plug our portable power station into one of those, and then they communicate via Bluetooth. You can get the external charger right here to charge the battery internally, but again, when this runs, it also charges the battery. To access the battery, you just unlock these two tabs right here, and this whole side cover pops off, and there is a little lithium battery right inside. You can also take this cover off to check oil level and change oil level. This unit does have carbon monoxide detection. That's very important. Wi-Fi capability, Bluetooth capability, and there's an eco mode up here for fuel savings. It basically ramp the engine down, and whenever it senses that it needs higher output for whatever reason, it'll then ramp the engine up, saving you fuel in the process. Now, if we come over to this side, you're going to see a selector switch here. You've got manual, so if you just want to run this manually, just like a standard generator, crank it up, you're good to go. Here's your off position, which cuts off your fuel. And then here is auto. Auto is what you want to go to for your electric start. And mainly you're going to use that auto mode for working in conjunction with this Delta 3 right here. By the way, you're going to notice I have some minor staining here. That's my fault. I did spill fuel on this and it did discolor this door. Yours will not come looking like that. I was being clumsy that day. So back to the ways that you can start this. Again, manual, auto, communication, push button, electric start, which I'll show you, or you can even start this from the app. There's a little slide function on there to start it wherever you're at if you want to go ahead and start doing some charging. All right, so let me show you how this works, because this is the cool part. Plus, I want you to hear how quiet this is. So on the back side of this Delta 3, by the way, we've already did a full review on this. You might want to check it out. You'll actually plug your cable in here to the standard wall outlet charging port. You'll plug that into the front of either 120 volt port on the front of the generator. Then you'll go into the EcoFlow app and set up your personalized settings. So the unit has to go down to at least 30% power. You can set it to be even lower than that before it'll communicate and tell the generator to kick on. And then you can set your upper limit as well where you want the generator to kick off. Don't forget, inside that app, you can automatically start and stop this yourself, especially if you have this hooked up to Wi-Fi or Bluetooth anywhere. So the app is really straightforward and easy to set up. You connect both of these to your EcoFlow app, and then you go into the settings function on the Delta 3 unit. You go down to where it shows the generator function, you tap the button, and in just a few seconds, they'll communicate back and forth. You'll see a flashing blue light on the front side of the SG3000. They're connected and you're off and running. Just set those parameters in the app that you want, and from here on out, it's all automatic. You don't have to touch nothing other than just keeping an eye on fuel levels. Now, since I need this unit to discharge down to 30%, because that's the lowest setting in the app in order to kick on, I'm gonna plug in a heater right here, power this on, and I'm gonna show you how this will start up automatically and start charging this unit once this pulls down. Think about the use of that. Again, freezers, refrigerators running, you had to evacuate for a hurricane, you wanna save your food, you can have all this set up to run automatically. And you can have it run for an extended period of time by just putting it on a larger propane tank. Then you don't have to worry about being there to fill up fuel. All right, so I just went in the app. I see that these two are communicating together. My Bluetooth light is now solid, showing that they have connected. I've went in and set my generator start to 30%. We're currently at 32%. I'm gonna kick on a heater right here, which will pull a tremendous amount of power from this unit, and we should drop down beneath 30% very soon, and then this generator will start. By the way, this generator is cold right now. Hasn't been started since yesterday, so it may take it a couple of opportunities to start, but it's smart enough to know that. It will keep continuing to crank it, wait a few seconds until it knows that it's running. All right, so as you can see, we're currently at 31%, outputting 1,500 watts to that heater. I've been running this for a while. It's a good little torture test of this unit. Been running for almost 30 minutes like that in order to pull it down. No issues. As soon as we hit 30%, or below, this should fire right up. All right. Check that out. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, now it'll take just a second and it'll kick in and you'll start seeing input charging coming over. There it is. Look at there. Now, how cool is that? By the way, that Delta 3, you could go in the app setting on that if you don't want your generator putting out a full 1,800 watts, which is max charging of that power station, by the way. You can go set all that up in the app. Everything from, again, start, stop, percentages, charging amounts, all that you have full control of in the app. All right. So I've got my microphone on. I'm gonna go walk around this. By the way, you can see how close I am right now, and I'm having a conversation with you. Very quiet. You could absolutely use this for camping, for example. If it fires up in the middle of the night, sure, you're gonna hear it. But this isn't your traditional crazy loud generator. All right, so here I am talking to you. We'll walk around the back side where the exhaust is. A little louder, not bad. Now we're walking away from it again. I'm telling you, I can walk just a few feet over here. Man, that's really quiet. It really is. I love these little inverter generators. All right, I'm gonna unplug this and we're gonna put this in eco mode. Now listen to how quiet this is. Let's do another walk around. This just got really, really quiet. So what you would use eco mode for is low draw. Say you want to run this as a traditional generator and you're not trying to put a full 1,800 watts to a unit like this. Maybe you're just running a fan that needs 50 or 100 watts. No point in having the generator itself ramped up. So turn the eco mode on, it revs itself down, gets quieter, uses less fuel, and it's still smart enough to know if you plug in something else or something like a window unit AC kicks on and there's a surge there, this will then ramp itself up in order to meet the power needs. Now to cut this off, push button up front. Shuts itself right down. And if you're in auto mode, you just press and hold the power button again for your electric start. And if you're in the app, I know that's going to be hard to see, I can literally just swipe off or on. So many different ways you can control this. All right, now this is just flat out cool. I really like the invention of something like this. At first, I'll be honest with you, I was wondering why did they have something like this for such a small portable power station? They have a bigger model, which we're going to be testing soon for my Delta Pro 3, which will literally run my entire house. That makes sense, having an even bigger smart generator out there to do the communication. Then I got to thinking about it. So many people depend on a device even this size. I'm talking this is small, lightweight, but powerful enough to run your freezers, your refrigerators, your medical equipment, all that kind of stuff in a house. But a lot of people have been experiencing major power outages. We've been hit, I don't know how many times recently here in Florida with multiple power outages, hurricanes, and some people are without power for literally months, especially up in the Carolinas and other places that experienced major flooding. Well, those people still are going to have to go to work, or they're going to have to leave their homes. They don't have power, and they're wondering if their food's taken care of, if the medical equipment's running for grandma or grandpa or whoever it may be. This is some peace of mind right here, knowing that you can be gone from a vacation home, from your main home, or whatever, and you can literally get on your phone, power this on, check on this, assuming you have internet, or you can set these up to communicate and work together with or without an internet, with or without you being home. I can really see some people wanting this, especially for saving food and other important things. All right, no point in making this video any longer. I wanted to introduce you to the EcoFlow SG3000. This is one sweet little unit and something I'm honestly going to be using from here on out, especially with all these emergency situations. Plus, this is lightweight enough, I can just throw it in the back of the truck or the Ranger to use around the property as just a traditional generator, and then pull it out for the smart functions whenever those power outages happen. Full disclosure, EcoFlow did send me this out. So many of y'all asked for me to test one of these. I reached out to them. They listened. I've worked with them a lot over the years, and they did give me some links. And if you use them down in the description, I do earn a small commission. It doesn't cost you any extra. Actually, you'll save money, because if there's discount codes available, I'll put those down there as well. So go check that out, and it really does support the channel and allows us to make content like this. All right, this was exciting, and the good news is we have an even bigger generator coming up and a bigger test, although it'll probably be on our main channel, the Kelly's Country Life. You might want to go check that out. Link is down in the description. We'll have that out in just a few weeks, and we'll be running the big Delta Pro unit that can either run the whole shop, whole house, and we'll be running a much larger smart generator, watching the way they communicate. I'm really excited about that one.